I would like to very warmly welcome all the participants here and online to the afternoon session of the Innovation Day and Competence Fair of the Budapest University of Technology and Economics. In the morning session, we have seen many presenters stating that they were happy to be back to the university after spending here great and wonderful and enriching years, and I am no exception. I am very grateful for the invitation to the organizers, and I hope that with my experience I can share some important and valuable information to all those participants and everybody in the audience who would like to get to know more about the Horizon Europe participation. Also, I have another hat today, which is being the presenter and being the kind of moderator of the whole session, of showcasing the international talent and knowledge and treasures of the Budapest University of Technology and Economics. And after my presentation, I will be happy to call on the floor many participants who will share their knowledge about their researchers and who will showcase their talent and research with the great societal impact at the Budapest University of Technology and Economics. First, let me present you, I hope, some information that I hope will be useful for you. And I apologize in advance because this will be a presentation with a very positive tone. I know that there are a lot of problems, challenges to participating in large-scale research programs such as the Horizon Europe program, which is the one of the biggest research and innovation funding programs in the world. And it is most definitely the biggest one in Europe. And this very complex system has a unique logic. This system issues and publishes like hundreds of calls, and it is very, very, I know it is very challenging. It can be very challenging to find the gate to how you can enter this universe and how you can participate in these calls. So let me just tell me a few words about myself. Why am I standing here? I am the head of Department for International Cooperation at the National Research Development and Innovation Office. In this position, I am also wearing many hats. Like my department coordinates the bilateral programs in which Hungary participates in. I am the coordinator of the Horizon Europe National Contact Point Network, and also we are representing Hungary in the program committees that are designing the Horizon Europe work programs in connection with the European Commission and with the other member states. So these are a lot of hats, but the head of what I'm wearing today here is being a European research funding specialist and being the coordinator of the Horizon Europe National Contact Point Network. And I am proud to say that I have been working with researchers for more than 20 years. I'm not a researcher myself. I'm another type of professional, but I have been working with researchers basically throughout my whole career. And I start to get a sense of what I should say when I am talking about these issues that can be like very challenging. What is also very important is that what I'm bringing here today is based on much experience and also international knowledge. So as you can see on the photos, it has always been very important for me to engage in international networks, to get to know what others do right and what others have challenges with. And this is also a very important experience for me that I use this presentation based on this knowledge as well. I gave a kind of clickbait, so to say, title to my presentation, which is 5 myths blocking your success in Horizon Europe and how to overcome them, how to bust these myths. And I actually got the idea from these posts you very frequently see on LinkedIn that actually change your life in many ways and open your eyes on how you should do things and how you did everything wrong till this moment when you are reading these posts. This is a bit funny in a way, but please note the very serious content behind it. But I think it is very important to be able to talk about this issue in a way that I hope will be interesting for you. So I am going to tackle 5 myths, and I'm going to provide advices how to bust these myths. When I was setting up this list, I chose I chose myths that depend entirely on what you think. And the overcoming these challenges, in my opinion, does not depend on external factors. So what I'm going to show you is, I hope, will be of practical use, and you can bring it to practice quite easily. The first myth is, I am not good enough to be a partner in Horizon Europe Consortium. If I had a jar with, like, I don't know, 100 foreign coins, how many times I heard this from researchers in the past years, I would be a very wealthy person now. The truth is that you have to know that you have many treasures no one else has. What do I mean by this? Usually, what I see in the conversations with researchers, I hear that this university has much greater labs. They have much better publications. They have better this, better that. But the thing is, what you have to see in Horizon Europe is that this program tries to tackle challenges on a European scale. And for these European challenges, European solutions need to be provided. And from this aspect, what you bring in, your own local knowledge, your own stakeholder network, your own knowledge of specific problems is very valuable. They are as valuable as one of the leading universities' contributions in the Horizon Europe Consortium. So you have to know what you have, what treasures you have, what skills you have, what infrastructure you have, what stakeholder networks you have. From Belgium, from the offices of KU Leuven, nobody can reach industry partners in this region as you do. And this aspect, this perspective is very, very important in these projects that try to provide whole European answers to European challenges. It is also very important to be aware of these treasures and make them visible. When I was doing consultations with researchers here some years ago, it was great to see how they explored in these discussions how much knowledge they have and what skills they can, what experience they can bring into this consortia. So be aware that this is what you have, and it's like a wealth of knowledge and experience that no one else might have in the European field. The second myth is I need to wait for the one. It is quite enigmatic in this sense, I know. I was delivering a presentation, I think 3 weeks ago, the Hungarian Research Network, and there was a researcher who stood up and said that I would like to know whether there is a call for researching snail species. And that was not necessarily, I do not really think of any call, but we have great calls for biodiversity, for animal health, or other types of topics. And unfortunately, he was not really open to them because he said that I do not want to make any professional compromise. I need a call that focuses on preserving snail species. So in that sense, I was not able to help him. But what is really important to see is that the most successful participants in Horizon Europe, and I know some of them are sitting here, and I hope can confirm my opinion, are the ones who start at the little, at something there that can be an applied knowledge, a skill, a methodology, or a piloting you can bring in to a specific consortium applying for a Horizon Europe call. So please do not wait for the call that is focusing entirely and directly on your research area. Please do not only deal with calls that are bottom-up, so that you can bring in anything you want, but try to, the 90% of Horizon Europe calls are applied research calls. Try to find the ones who are important to you, interesting to you, and when you can feel you can contribute with any kind of skill or experience you have. So it is very, very important not to wait for the one, but to be open for possibilities. There are hundreds of calls, and it's not an exaggeration, in many thematic clusters in Horizon Europe. The third myth is my personal favorite, is I can only participate in Horizon Europe calls if I'm a pro at grant writing. I have good news. You shouldn't worry about it, because only the coordinator needs to know how to write a Horizon Europe proposal. If you are a partner, these Horizon Europe consortia consist of 10, 15, 20 plus partners. You are one of them if you are not the coordinator. So it is very important that what your contribution is your knowledge. And you have to know your own stuff, basically. You have to know, you have to be able to provide a description for your task. You have to be able to provide content which relates to your research area. And you do not have to know how to set up an exploitation strategy or how to set up key impact pathways. That is the thing of the coordinator. Of course, if you're a coordinator, this is all on you, this whole burden. But when you are contributing as a participant, you do not have to know that. The fourth one, the last but one, I do research. I do not have time for grant applications. I know I am approaching a very sensitive area right now. And my advice is, which might sound a bit weird, is participation in proposal preparations can indeed be fun. And I'm very happy again that in this room there are researchers with whom I worked with, and I must say that we really had good professional fun, of course, when we were setting up the proposal. And so the proposal writing, which takes like 2, 3, 4, 5 months, can itself be a good and rewarding research experience as well, because you are collaborating with other researchers, you are working on a new concept, a new idea. So it can indeed be fun in that sense. And what I would suggest and what I would recommend is try not to think about grant applications as here is your research, and then you have to go somewhere entirely else to file a grant application, but try to consider it as an organic part of how you do research and how you make your visibility in international networks. I really do hope that some of you will be able to confirm that on the researcher's part, that is also the experience. And the fifth one, I think ties very nicely into what we have heard in the morning and what FIEC does in terms of making research and the research at BMA visible, is that my academic results make me visible enough. It might have been true 10 years ago, but now, as the Horizon Europe calls are getting more and more complicated, and they call for more and more stakeholders to participate in, it would be unfortunate to only rely on your existing academic network to be able to join Horizon Europe Consortium, because there are so many other possibilities. And my advice is here that please use all the platforms that are available for you, that are set up by the European Commission. There are partnership fora, there are brokerage platforms, there is the competence map, there are many, many other possibilities where you can be visible not only as a researcher in your own traditional network, but as a participant with a value offer. For example, I remember it's also an example from my experience here, that we were the coordinators. It was a cybersecurity proposal, and we desperately needed, we had like 10 partners already, but we desperately needed a partner from the Eastern European region with a specific cybersecurity expertise. And there was no one in the academic network anywhere who would fulfill those obligations, those criteria. And what we did was we went to the Cluster 3 partnership platform, and then we tried to browse through the partnership, these value offers, these participant offers. And then we managed to find someone who later joined the consortium. So 30 minutes work equals to 1 year of grant application visibility. And the plus one myth, which is the which I saved for the end, is that I am lost and alone in this process without any help. And again, our advice is to contact my department, the NCP network at the National Research Development and Innovation Office. We have an entire program that supports Hungarian participants in the 2025 calls. We have LinkedIn page in English, we have LinkedIn page in Hungarian, we have newsletter, we have weekly webinars, and of course you have the great expert team of FIEC here who can also and who are willing also to guide you in this process and help you. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you didn't mind that this presentation seemed to be a bit lighthearted, but contained very serious content. And I would be very happy to answer any questions or to see you at our event and to continue working with you. So thank you very much for your attention.